And welcome back to Out of the Can.
Out of the can. I'll do the squeaky.
I love a good squeak. Yeah, it's not even that bright.
Of course, it's if I put the glasses on, I look like an owl.
I love that. So, guys, we've been doing this for 5 years.
That's what I was trying to say before we went to break, was Katarina, Brett Ramsey, our old mate Fletch, Shannon, who we're with. They've been doing this for nearly 20 years, or over 20 years. We've just hit 5 years officially, because we started in June of 2020, right when COVID was being slapped on us.
Right when C31 was going, this is it, we're done.
That was the end. Channel 31, it's all over.
Community television in Australia, as you know it, is done.
Exactly. And look where it is now. They've persisted on, we've persisted on, and we've persisted to a point that we now have a short film show with no short films.
Yes.
Last a couple of weeks ago, we screened a couple of our faves. Matt Merrim's.
Yeah, I love it. Lucy Gaffey.
And Lucy Gaffey.
Those films still resonate, like, because they're so good. Yeah, and you still you can get a little bit teary in parts there, like, you know, that young kid in Dream Baby, Elvis. It was just. It's beautiful. It's a truly beautiful film.
It's a great film, and you know that's the thing. We can go back through the catalogue. We can bring people's films back and screen them. But tonight, I really wanted to show what it's like to have a show that is solely based on submissions, and in 5 years, those submissions are drying up. Not because there's no films out there. There's a ton of films.
It's not because there's no filmmakers coming through, because all the unis still have plenty of kids making films and doing their capstone films, so they all exist.
Exactly. It's a matter of getting people on board to make it happen. Now, a lot of our viewers are filmmakers, they're followers and all that on Facebook. Love it.
But as you said, they're filmmakers, but they're actors, you know, and they're involved in it, you know, in the filmmaking process as well, as you said. So,
So, you know, you've got all these people out there that are now, as we've moved from Wombat and
Goose
out of the can to just out of the can.
Yes.
I.e., that's what that symbol is there. Because we try to mix things up every year. We've had interviews. We've had guest hosts.
We've done things live. We've done things at Danny Burgers. You know, we've been
on location. On location is the correct terminology.
Yes,
film buff you. So we're always trying to mix it up. And this is like the other week. We had the boys from Queensland, Charlie Comet and Andy Brooker.
Okay. You don't want to remember those.
No, believe me. And that's not even their proper names, Brooker and Adam. It's actually Adam Francis and Andy Brooker. Those guys commandeered for an hour and a half.
That's remarkable to be able to get that,
and it was great that Channel 31 accommodated it. So
you would never get that on a commercial station. Not so, we're just going to push the footy back or the news back. That would never happen.
No, that's right.
So it's amazing how much,
flexibility.
Because you just wouldn't do it. You couldn't do it. And even when you were getting it all organised, you go, man, I don't know, this is a big call. And now, who are the crew that you talk to at C31 mainly?
We've got Rachel Webster, we've got Jade, and we've got Otto, the award-winning Otto, who won an Antenna Award. So those guys are always looking after us. You know, if something goes wrong, they'll try to fix it up for us. So, you know, like even if you're sitting at home watching us go, what the hell is this show about? Well, it's actually about showing short films if you've just tuned in, but we don't have any short films because we've encouraged our filmmakers to come in and do their own episodes now. The amount of filmmakers I think we've had just in this season, about 12, 12 or 14 filmmakers come along.
Not bad for 12 weeks of series.
Yeah. Well, they're co-hosts, so there's 2 people, so probably 6 or 7 episodes.
And then there's things like your Filmonics. So they did like 3 or 4 episodes, and they were great. But they had this great pool of films to use.
Exactly.
Which is what made it, and incredible. And I didn't know Filmonics was such like an international, worldwide thing. It's a massive thing.
Right. Cinema Kino or whatever they call it.
So you sort of go, if they can do it, are there other people that do it? And where have you been approached film festivals and such, and go, can we actually just run all of your shows? And it's a tough gig, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And look, out of this, we've judged film festivals. We've been able to obtain content from those film festivals, which has been great.
Which is what has made our show so good. And I take that off to you to create all of this. Like, you make all this happen.
Well, there's no one bat with Fat Goose, and we'll leave it at that, because it's not. So, look, it's just, and during the time we've had fantastic assistance by starting off with Mitchell Kalika, who was a C31 man who gave, and we said this in other episodes, his Make-A-Wish Foundation. Because everyone, we've had the comments that Bruce is my carer, and I'm the special guy. Wombat's a character, but pretty close to real life.
Yeah, different to Macra and Wazza.
Macra and Wazza. I miss those guys. Mitchell Kalika for C31. Shane Dunlop. What a great guy.
Great guy,
He's gone out of his way to help keepers out here and make things happen. Who else has been out there? We mentioned Rachel, Jade and Otto.
But you've got people that give their time, like Brad, Lewis, Brody, fantastic.
Lewis Freeman. Big shout out to Lewis. We've got Lewis Mark II, which is Brody Deemer, who's behind the camera at the moment.
Say hi, Brody.
Hello.
There he is. But those lights are bright. I can't actually see him.
No, it could be anybody. He stepped out for a burger and got a homeless guy to come in. So if they say anything, just go, hello. Brody, Bradley, Vex has done a little bit for us, as well as guest hosting with yourself.
That was such a great experience to have that. When you turned up and it's like, we're just going to film another episode, and Vex and the boyfriend Bo were there, and it's like, you've come to watch, that's really nice. And this is what the big-hearted wombat will do. Sitting there and it's like, and we're talking, and then Vex is sitting there, so I thought, she's just going to actually watch. I thought, it's great, must be the last one, or interviewing someone. I think that might have been Emma Louise, who might have been interviewing at the time. And then you just stand up and walk out, and you go, here you go, Vex. And it's like, what's going on here? And this is a surprise that you got me, and it was an incredibly heartwarming thing to get to do a show with my daughter. And it means a lot.
And that's the thing, C31, once again, where else are you going to do it? Channel 9 didn't come knocking on your door.
No. Do you know who didn't knock on our door?
Who?
CBF.
CBF, well, you never know. Once again, we don't say anything about anything. We stay on point. No, you listen to me. Listen, look at me. Anyway, so moving on. What else? So we've done a lot in 5 years. We've screened a lot. We've had a lot of great films.
A little bit of Instagram, so a little bit, but everything really, all the films do go through. The only good thing about Instagram is you can do something then and there, quick story, quick post, and that's it. Whereas with this, there's a lot more work involved in making it happen, But as you said, all the films go through Facebook and then email back and forth and go from there,
And Mr. Goose doesn't like to watch the films before we actually go on air. So, he watches the films, but he doesn't watch the episodes before we go on air.
But this is just like back in the days, film. And you had to wait.
Yes.
You have to wait for 24-hour film. You go, oh my God, 24 hours. Do you want to get doubles for that? Young people there would have no idea what I'm talking about. But people our age,
I don't think I know what he's talking about half the time.
People like us, our late 40s. They would actually quite, and it was exciting to wait for that time.
Yes.
But now we live in this era of Netflix, doing a whole series in a night.
Smashing it.
I still enjoy waiting for a week.
Yeah.
I can wait for the week. Yeah.
Well, look,
other people can't.
Yeah, look, they are issuing stuff out weekly now, so that is something I still look forward to.
Yeah.
If they, like a lot of people will wait till it's all out and then they'll smash it through,
like
sort of
Game
thing.
of Thrones, that came out once a week. It was people did that and people go, oh, Game of Thrones is on. And I was people like I've got people that would actually leave work early to go and watch it because they see it at 2 o'clock because that's 10 o'clock US or whatever, and then they'll go back to work.
Yeah. Well, what about when they hear that?
What do you think?
That's for Giovanna Hammond's daughters who had to listen to that tune for a whole weekend because there were technical glitches with her episode Mask of Darkness, and she had to keep re-editing, and by the end of the weekend someone was going to lose an appendage, whoever created that tune. So I sent that to our musical director and he laughed and he said, you can send them to this address, and he sent a link to where he sort of commandeered these tunes. It's
a catchy little tune.
It is a catchy tune, I think when we first came out, if I go back through the Facebook things where people would on occasion send messages to us on Facebook, some woman was not happy with the tune. She hated the tune. Yeah. But you know what? It's one of those things that'll just like a...
Earworm, is it?
I think more of those things that, like a tick. Attaches to one of it's a parasitic tune. So,
but then for the 5 years we've been doing this, we're involved in it, and the hundreds of episodes we've done, we've had very little hate mail. And I remember once very early on in the piece we had that woman when we did one of my favourite shows, Bobo's Wake.
Bobo's Wake.
Yeah, and there's babies being squished and all this sort of, all pretend babies.
Yep.
And it's like, I can't believe people are putting these things on television.
That's right.
But it was one of the most brilliant films. And we like quirky and things like Dog Power, Human Power, those sorts of films. Yep. They're outrageous and they are clever and they're brilliant and they're innovative.
Yep.
And Bobo's Wake was no different. There was the one with the bobbleheads as well. I'm trying to think of what
Bobo's Wake. No,
that was the other one.
After, it was the same filmmaker. Same filmmaker, which was...
with the dilettantes.
Yeah, that's where I got the word dilettantes from. But
they were so fresh and they were so dynamic, and and it was just so good to be able to screen these shows. And I would never have known they existed, but it was actually brilliant to kind of sort of get a bit of, I can't believe you're doing that, just sort of go, and it's like when they say, any attention's good attention.
Yeah, just ask Ep13.
He's got great attention. Never works on it there. Yeah.
The only man to have an episode pulled from Seg2of3 Plus and not screened in the Sydney Church's C44 Adelaide.
Mind you, they have the Fringe Festival, which is completely fucked up, but that's okay. But they can't do something which is just a bit risky.
Would they show that on Channel 44? Like they have the Fringe Festival, but would they screen? So they probably don't. In Adelaide, they have the festival, but C44, a little bit more subdued. And like we said, thank you. And
awesome,
And they said thanks for no thanks. And the filmmaker, Ep13 from the Fitzroy Arts Collective, he said, that's fine.
Yeah, look, and if you don't ask, you don't get.
Exactly. And look, it got through on C31. And I've said
it only just snuck through.
Well, I put it up against Channel SBS. Channel SBS.
Yeah, Channel SBS.
I put it up against SBS Erotica, and it was on par.
Yeah.
It really was on par, and it just, it was out there.
But you never know, like, with when you get Brett Brett and David Black together, you sort of go, man, just hang on to your hats. You don't know what you're going to get.
No, that's true. That's true. And so, yeah, look, we've just had some great filmmakers over that time. We're getting the wind up, Mr. Bruce. It has been fun.
Yeah, we've still got so much more we could talk about.
We could talk about lots of things, but you know what? This is the show about short films, and we don't have any. So if you're sitting at home and you'll go, little Terry went and did a short film, and I would love to see that on television, get little Terry to contact the producer, send us a message on Facebook, and we'd love to get in contact with anyone that wants to get their work screened.
Or if you just want to get us, off the screen, and you think anything would be better than this, notify
Channel 31 and say, we can't do much more of this. That's enough. That really is enough. These guys have whoppered on for far too long.
A show about nothing.
It is a show about nothing tonight, but it will be a show about something. We've got other filmmakers that are currently creating episodes.
Correct, yeah.
And we do have. You know what? We're going to show a short clip of Aaron Lee Noyes, a short film clip of his new film, Remember, which is going to festivals.
Brilliant, yeah.
And hopefully we'll see it here.
I hope so. Such a lovely guy,
let's pop that on. Did we pop that on the other week? I don't know.
It's worth seeing again.
Let's show that because it's got a great cast. Ron Jacobson, who's obviously Australian royalty when it comes to films. The Jacobson family, Clayton, Shane, and Ron. All brilliant actors, you know, and this film is very touching, and
on a very personal base too, which makes it.
Let's let people watch the trailer, and let's cross our fingers that it races through the festival system and ends up here. I
hope so. It's so good,
the
can show with us.
The show with the can. And I think we've got to get out.
We should go now.
All right, guys. Great seeing you.
Hopefully it's been great seeing us.
Yeah. We'll see you next week.
See you guys.
Bye.